AAA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Puffy Tried to Pluck Me. Terrence Howard reveals shocking Diddy meeting and Hollywood's dark secrets. Let's get right into it.
You know, there's a short life in
Why do you think
world.
that is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose?
He's talking some godly stuff right now. You know, God talks about, you know, not supporting sodomy because he's talking about being sodomized by a man. That's right. Yeah, you're not a man. No, not that you're not a man, but that's somebody that's violating you. Okay, and now people talk about it as a preference. Oh, it's my preference. It's my preference. I get it. You know, you're allowed to, but you know, a man creeping up your back door, that's a violation. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. That's a violation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that Terrence Howard is standing on business because let me tell you something, man. Hollywood's a weird place, man. It's a weird place, man. A lot of smoke and mirrors. I've been to Hollywood one time. The first time I've been to California, I flew out to Hollywood to do a Judge Judy episode, right? So I'm on an episode of Judge Judy. If you can find it, let me know. I don't know what episode it was, but it aired back in 2015. So literally it aired 10 years ago. I was in Hollywood. They flew me out. They paid for my ticket. They gave me some money. It wasn't the longest Hollywood stint ever, okay? It was quick, you know, pause. It was quick, but I didn't see nothing funny except for the fact that it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. What you think a Hollywood set looks like and what it really looks like is night and day. That's the first thing I can say. It's night and day. You would not expect a Hollywood set to look like the way it looks, okay? Now, to address Terrence Howard and what he said about Puffy and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? What he's about to say, whoa, man, that's some heavy stuff, man. Some heavy stuff.
integrity. You got to go in as a principle. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute.
He's standing on business, okay? He's standing on business. What you expect? This is a God-fearing man. Shout out to him, right? And look. I don't trust anyone in Hollywood, okay? A lot of them are liars. A lot of them actors. I'm not saying that Terrence Howard is lying about any of this stuff. But, I met Diddy before. It wasn't at a Diddy party. I know a lot of people around Diddy. Some of my good friends are from Bad Boy. So I can't confirm or deny. I don't know. I've never seen none of this stuff. I've asked a lot of people around Diddy. Like, I have some of Diddy's closest people, in my phone. And, they told me they've never seen none of this stuff, okay? And I think it's a little convenient for people to talk all this issue about Puff when he's in jail. See, that's the part that I'm not happy about. If he would have said this when Puff was free, before all this, piling up on him stuff, I could receive it better. But to say it when a man's behind the wall... I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying he did do it. But the manner in which you're telling this story, it just seems like it's a free-for-all on Puff right now. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm not saying Puffy did anything right. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. Okay? It's not the Puffy I know, right? I didn't spend that much time around Puff, but I've been to Bad Boy Records. I used to work at Epic Records when I was in college. I was an intern there. So I've been to Bad Boy Records. I've been around a lot of bad boys. This is not anything. This is all shocking to me. Now, can I talk to the part about him being in jail when it came to that RICO? I mean, look, when have we ever seen a one-man RICO? We've been waiting for more people to get thrown in jail with Puffy. We haven't seen it. So I personally believe, I'm not saying it's true, I personally believe that, the way Puffy's being treated is based on the fact that he's black. I personally believe Diageo might have something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe. The powers that be, maybe. It seems like that. And when you play these type of games, man, you gotta be aware that this is what it comes with. Like, I understand that I'm becoming more famous. I understand that I'm entering the realm of being a celebrity and stuff like that. And the best thing I can tell you is I ain't never seen none of this stuff. I've been in the entertainment industry for a long time. I ain't never seen none of this stuff. But do the gay agenda exist? With people trying to smash men, and it's that exists. So I believe that. I believe that there are men producers that are trying to get with men. But the part that I'm happy about Terrence with is that he's standing on being a man. He's not for that sodomy. He's not for that. God talks about that. He said he sent 5 kings to destroy the kingdom of Sodom. right? And Gomorrah. He sent 5 kings, right? He sent hellfire and brimstone to destroy that place. And I believe personally it's an abomination. Now, I got nothing against people who think they're happy or whatever. I got nothing against it. You know, I don't hate. God doesn't command hate. So I don't hate anybody. But I don't rock with what God don't rock with. If God don't rock with it, I don't rock with it, okay? And I got some of my own sins I got to clean up, so I ain't going to point no fingers at nobody, and I ain't going to call nobody out. I don't need to, right? I got my own drama. But just to react to this, man, Jesus, man, I hope this is not true. I know the Coens brothers about to hop all over this dude, jump all over this dude, you know what I'm saying? So expect another news article about how, you know, he got approached by Christian and them. But, you know, ultimately, y'all gotta be careful, man. Be careful. And I think more men need to really start punching people in the face for trying to violate them. For real. I rock with that, what Terrence Howard said, you know? But other than that, man, tell me what you guys think. I don't know. This is some creepy stuff. I'm hoping it's not true. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to believe our hip-hop legends are creepy and weird like this. You know what I'm saying? It could be. You know what I'm saying? And if it is, you know, clearly, you know, Hollywood got to Puff if it's true. If it's true. If it's true. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.